Now, Ed Miliband bit off a bit more than he could chew when he turned lunch into a photo opportunity last week. But he's not the first politician to make a meal of it.
Is that a British apple?
I love a hot pasty. I think the choice was whether to have one of the small ones or the large ones, and I've got a feeling I opted for the large one, and very good it was too.
The significance of the Miliband business is actually more about the media. We have an ability to amplify nothingness. But because the narrative at the moment is that Ed Miliband is accident prone, even eating a bacon sandwich now becomes an accident.
Yeah, he's deemed to be weird, and therefore we find pictures that support that conclusion. The big thing that's interesting about politicians and food is how much of a class issue it is, because you reveal so instantly your social class by what you eat. What supermarket do you go to? Do you go to Waitrose? Do you go to Aldi? Do you go to Tesco? You can place somebody really accurately, and the problem is that politicians are largely of a different class to the vast majority of voters. And as soon as you ask them questions about food, that becomes instantly apparent.
And the old advice, to thine own self be true. You know, David Cameron pretending that he was interested in Cornish pasties.
Yeah,
just
and the
people
size
thought,
of them.
no, we know what you're like. He does the cooking at the constituency home at the weekend. Lots of lovely posh food. That's what they do. Don't try and pretend to be something you're not. But I think the problem for Ed Miliband with that picture, that excruciating picture the other day, is he has some very admirable people working for him in his press team, very bright people. But what he doesn't have is a broadcast person who can spot those pictures. George Osborne recently hired Thea Rogers from the BBC, and she has transformed, I mean, I think she may have been guilty of the burger thing, but she has transformed his image on television, and that's what Ed Miliband needs to do.
You have 10 seconds of food thought.
Only that you're correct, that if Ed Miliband was now 15 points ahead in the polls, screwing up the eating of a bacon butty would only be seen as a kind of endearing trait rather than
we might not even have noticed it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. That's all for the Sunday Politics this week, but you can get those all-important European election results with David Dimbleby on Vote 2014. That's from 9 o'clock tonight on the BBC News Channel and 11 o'clock here on BBC One. We've got no programme next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Remember, if it's Sunday, it's the Sunday Politics, unless it's the Whitsun break.